The life you see started in your mind. This is a concept that is always very tough for a lot of late bloomers like me. But over time, you start to realize that your reality is a function of the primary thoughts that are residing in your mind. And you have to ruminate these thoughts consistently for you to actually see the result of those thoughts that you are always ruminating consistently. And it makes me start to see life differently and really understand that life is actually in our hands. Our destiny is actually in our hands. We can actually pilot the affairs of things, of the way or the trajectory of the way we are going in life. We can actually pilot it. It's something that we can do, but it starts with the power of the mind. And it reminds me of a friend of mine who told me back then, like 3 years ago, 2022, 23, that he wants to go overseas. And he started saving towards that, started making moves towards that. And right now, he's in overseas. And it's it is such a positive experience for me to see someone who really thought of something and at the end of the day it came into fruition and into manifestation. It became a reality for this young man, and it's so inspiring. And it makes me realize right now that a lot of things that you want to see in the future is dependent on how optimistic your mind or the state of your mind is actually right now. Because for someone like me who came from a very depressing, toxic environment, it's so hard to even imagine beyond your limitation, the limitations of your mind, how far you want to go in life. It's always a problem. It's always a problem for someone like me who came from a very toxic environment to even think about that concept of using your mind to actually create your reality. It is always a problem. But seeing people in my lives actually making this work and actually living out their dreams through the power of the mind, it has made me realize that I have to be optimistic. I have to wake the F up. I have to wake the F up. I have to wake the F up and be serious about my life. And start thinking positive things. And start ruminating on them consistently. Because in so doing, your actions will be in sync with the way the state of your mind is. And how far can you see your future? How far can you imagine beyond the limitations of your mind? Like I've said earlier, how far? Because it's also dependent on that. Some people can just think within their bubble or what they are familiar to and not see beyond that. That's another thing. But at the end of the day, are you utilizing the power of your mind to actually bring into manifestation the future that you want? That is what is the main primary thing. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to walk through life just like a normal human being or like an average person and just live life without really enjoying life to its fullest, especially people who are coming from a struggling background. A lot of people are poor. A lot of people are coming from poverty. Not everyone is rich. So the rich folks, this video might not be for them. It might not be for them. They might not really relate with someone who is just coming from nowhere, who is nobody, whose father is also nobody as well. So you now start to realize that your own application or your own interaction with life is totally different. And that is where the power of the mind has to come in place. And it's tough. It's tough. It's tough because it's a new thing to you and to me as well. But I've observed people and I've seen that people who are doing well, they have mastered how to use their mind to manifest their future, or to manifest their future and bring it into reality, which most times is weird. You don't even know how that works. And that's why this video is meant for you to understand that there is a concept like that. There is a concept where you have to be optimistic. You have to be optimistic. You have to see beauty in the whole chaos and believe that it would definitely someday click. Everything will align in favor of you. Because when it starts here, it totally seeps to every action that you take in the physical world. From your mind, it transmutes into every other thing that you find yourself doing in life. That's how that energy manifests itself. That's how it manifests itself. And it's just that most times I'm like, for how long will it take before before these thoughts will actually come into manifestation? And that's why, and that's a thing I struggle with as well, because you start to ask yourself those questions because you're not used to this method of actually bringing things into reality through the power of your mind. You're not used to it. But the moment you start to understand how it works, and you start to see little success, you start to see, you have to always start small to practice this. If you have never in your life brought things into manifestation, into reality through the power of your mind, if you have not, you have to. Because I recall, let me share this. I recall that when I was in uni, that I won't work, that I would earn money in hard currency, and I never knew how it would go about, but somehow I believed. And along the line, when I finished university, I somehow got a job that paid me in hard currency for like 4 years. Before this year, I was laid off. And that was because of the power of my mind, the way I saw myself. And I know that in the future, as we speak right now, I have things I am currently ruminating on that I know in the future will be brighter and will come into reality. And these things are intangible at first, but you must make it a duty, a responsibility to make them transform into tangibles, things you can feel, things you can experience, because it all has to click, it all has to be in sync. And your actions will be as a result of the positive thoughts that you have regarding life. And one root thing I will have to say is you have to be very positive about everything, every single thing in your life. You have to be very positive about it. You have to be very positive for you to live in that reality that you expect. You have to be positive. You have to be positive. So it's really tough, but it's achievable. It's something that every single person can actually achieve. Because I don't know where this YouTube channel would be. I don't know how it would look like in the next, let's say, 10 years from now. But I know personally this is one of my thoughts that has been in my head since I started this YouTube channel. So I know in the next 5 years, 10 years, probably with a lot of consistency, I know definitely it's going to blow up. But I don't know when. I don't know the time. But I know at the end of the day, it's going to blow up. And that's just what is keeping me going. Because I've had successes in other things using the power of my mind to bring them into manifestation. So I am so confident that somehow this channel or the one in TikTok will blow up someday. So it's a reality that is achievable, but it must start with your mind. It must start here. So guys, that's it. We'll see in the next video and we have some more. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope the audio is good as well. So we'll see in the next video and we have some more. But if the audio is not good, please let me know in the comments section, so I'll find a way to make it better. Because normally I always come close like this and speak. So but because of the mouthpiece or the microphone is closer to the phone itself. So anyways, if the audio is not cool, it's not nice, it's bad, just let me know at the comment section. I will see you in the next video. Have a great day and stay blessed, guys. Bye.